Hi, I haven't made a video in a while. My face is a mess, my room is a mess, and I'm gotta go out in like 25 minutes. So I thought I'd make a quick video. I've talked about The Walking Dead a lot, haven't I? So it only seems fair that I talk about Doctor Who. Okay, so these will be the top 10 things I want to see in Doctor Who Series 8, which they're currently filming. But these are just opinions, okay? These are my opinions and thoughts. Like if you disagree, then more power to you, you know. But remember, these are just my opinions. Don't take them to heart. And let's begin the list. Okay, number 10. A scary or intimidating villain. And I'm at the proud age of 19, going on... Actually, no, I'm not. Well, I'm not really going on 20 soon, but you know, it's. But there's been a lack of scary monsters or villains or intimidating villains. I mean, like they got Russell E. Grant, I think his name is, to play for Great Intelligence. He's a good actor, but he's not that intimidating. I mean, he's got that frowny face where every British actor can do, where they talk very slow and that. But no, they, with a very deep voice, no. But they just, I'm sorry, they don't. I mean, what was the last intimidating monster I've actually seen? I can't actually think. But I do like most of the monsters they create. And yeah, that's just motorbike. But yeah, that's just it. Number 9. No Daleks. I'm fucking sick of Daleks. I'm sorry, like they just like at the start of the series they were like pretty cool in series 1. Then they were used again in series 2. I was like, okay, cool. And then they get a fight beside and then they were used again in series 3. And then again in series 4. Then again in series 5. And we almost had no Daleks in series 6, but that last episode, even if it was a cameo, it's still a Dalek, even though it was a pretty cool scene. And in series 7, Stephen Moffat goes, we're going to reinvent the Daleks. And what does he do? He just makes them even lamer. Sorry, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Dalek hater. I think it, which will bring me to number 8, okay? Number 8. If you do include the Daleks, make them scary. Please, make them intimidating. Make them do something that can make the audience actually go, oh shit, the Daleks are actually kind of scary. Because I mean, I think like newer fans are kind of like we hear, like I hear from my parents because they watched it back in 1963 and they saw the Daleks for the first time, and they were like, oh my god, they were so intimidating. And then I watched that and I was like, yeah, I can see that. You know, I mean, there wasn't much on then, but now it. And they did try, but it kind of fails. Maybe the Daleks aren't as scary now as they were meant to be, but I reckon if they really tried, they could make them scary. I mean, I don't know. Oh, this is quite a good one. Number 7. Worthwhile two-parters or more. If you aren't aware what a two-parter is, it's when an episode story is so long but they feel that the need to make it into 2 parts. I love that idea. We didn't really get that in the last series, but that kind of worked as well. But I mean, sorry, I'm sort of jumping a bit. But most of the stories in series 7 seemed a bit rushed because of it. Which, if they add like a 2-part on certain ones, that's why I kind of think like The Name of the Doctor, that was a great episode by the way, but I mean, it did feel a bit rushed. So if there was two-parters, it does help. The reason I say worthwhile two-parters is Doctor Who has the habit of making two-parters out of the lame stories, and all awesome stories are usually just one single episode, if not a shorter version of an episode, like Midnight. Actually, to be fair, Midnight I didn't feel needed a two-parter. That was pretty cool, but like they could do so much more if there was a two-parter episode for a good story. I mean, that just please just good stories, good two-parter stories. Number 6, meaningful episodes. This is quite a mean-spirited one, to be fair, for me, but I'm brilliant. No, I'm joking. Like, there have been some episodes where there is no meaning. It's like it kind of, like they sort of like when this happens a lot in shows. Probably more American shows than us because we don't usually have a lot of episodes in TV shows. Doctor Who's a pretty big exception, which is weird, but I ain't complaining. Because American TV shows have about 22 to 24 episodes per series, and we have 13 episodes. But I mean, no, normal shows over here have about 6, if not less, episodes. Sometimes we have like 7 or 8, but that's very rare. And that 7th episode is usually a Christmas special, so, you know. But, as I was saying earlier, that the thing that annoys me is like, the writers kind of lose sight and they realise, oh shit, we've only written 12 episodes. We'll just throw in a rejected one into the series and just brush off. But like I call it mid-season fever, where this happens a lot in shows where the show, like, the beginning's awesome, the middle extremely slows down, but then the ending is brilliant. And yeah, that is just I understand, like, not every episode's gonna be perfect or, you know, brilliant, but at least try. You know, if even if an episode doesn't work in its way, if it shows that they're trying, then the audience is like, okay, they tried. You know, it wasn't great, but at least they tried. I mean, that's what I kind of like about the Hobbit trilogy. Now, I mean, audiences aren't enjoying it as much as as much as Lord of the Rings, but you can tell they're really trying. So audiences are like, you know, they're trying. You know, it could be like Twilight. I mean, oh god, yeah. Is that my phone? Sorry. Yeah, that we won't even go into that. Okay. Number 5. Clara doing something. Like, I sort of noticed this during the 50th anniversary. Like, maybe it was just that episode, maybe it's just a personal grudge, I don't know. But they haven't, like, I can't speak. Clara, Jenna Louise Coleman, or Jenna Coleman as she's going by now, is brilliant. Like, you know, she's amazing. But, great actress, but she, the script can't really find her to do anything. It's like there was that thing about the mystery girl, and, you know, that sort of kept her busy. Then in the 50th, she kind of like was sidelined, which I can understand because, like, there was like David Tennant and John Hurt, which was amazing. And that's just a personal one. I don't. They will probably get able to do so now because, like, that mystery girl thing's over, and like the last 2 specials we had were focused on the Doctor, and too right because, you know, name and time, you know. Anyway, number 4. More River episodes, because River Song, I mean, obviously. Like, although now if I think about it, that if they did less, I could sort of understand, because Matt Smith's era was sort of his Doctor, and River were, you know, but yeah, that's just really just some, you know, it'd be nice to see him more in it, because like last series she kind of wasn't really in it much. I know she's like in Arrow now, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't really watched it. I gotta watch that, by the way. But, you know, I just would like to see more of her, you know. She's pretty fucking awesome. I'm not gonna... We need more awesome stuff in Doctor Who. And speaking of for Doctor, we need... I would really like to see a Doctor-free story. You know, like Blink and Turn Left, and I'm going to class The Girl Who Waited as a Doctor-free episode, even though the Doctor was in that episode. Where he is in all those episodes figuratively, but I mean, in The Girl Who Waited, he like was sidelined and he couldn't do anything, which was great. Well, I mean, not like that. I mean, it was nice to see like a companion-based episode, and you know, it was a really good episode. I highly recommend watching that one, and Blink and Turn Left. But there's been sort of like a lack of that lately, and they've all sort of turned out to be the best. I mean, Midnight, for example, was a Doctor-based episode, but it didn't have it for companion, and that's one of my favourite episodes. It's weird, but yeah, that's just my own personal asking. Okay, for last two. Okay, number two. A return of an original villain. I know everyone's sort of been asking us, like, and I understand. I would really like to see a return of an old villain. I'm not sure which one, but it's just sort of like, it shows that the show does still remember for old source material and stuff, and it does, and it can also benefit because if there's like fans who are watching it who aren't familiar with the return of an old villain, they'll watch the old episode and be like, oh right, cool, you know, and stuff. I mean, like, to be fair, like, there was quite a few returns. Like, there's the Ice Warriors and the Saigons, I think they were called. But I would like to see more because that'd be pretty cool, you know, just. And last one, this is kind of spoilerish if you haven't seen the 50th, so just turn off now if you haven't already. More cameos like Tom Baker in the Day of the Doctor, and I really think that'd be pretty cool because I mean, there are so many alive cast members from the old series, and I don't even mean like old cameos. I mean like say new ones, like maybe Martha is like doing something and she bumps into Peter Capaldi's Doctor, like, hey, how's it going, brofist, you know, sort of thing, and stuff. And yeah, that's all. I haven't really talked in depth of the last couple, but they sort of speak for themselves a little bit, and but with all that said, I do like Doctor Who, and I really do enjoy the show and stuff. I'm not batshit crazy on it. I just enjoy watching it and stuff, and it is a really good show to watch. I mean, even if you're not into sci-fi, it still is a cool show to watch, I reckon, and God's sake, I highly recommend it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, please, and share this with your friends, your Doctor Who friends, your companions, maybe, your robot dog, maybe. I don't know, your scarf. I'm gonna shut up now. Bye.